This is an urgent appeal from the Disasters Emergency Committee. Hundreds of thousands of people have fled their homes to escape conflict in Ukraine, leaving jobs, belongings and loved ones behind. They need shelter, food and water. You can help. To donate online, search DEC or text radio to 70150 to give £10. Thank you.
Streaming 24/7, this is Brum Radio.
Thank you for downloading this Brum Radio podcast. For more podcasts, visit brumradio.com.
I'm Dave Massey. I'm joined on the telephone by Neal Foster, who is the creator of Birmingham Stage Company, which is bringing Demon Dentist, David Walliams' Demon Dentist, to the Alexandra Theatre in Birmingham from the 28th of June until the 1st of July. Good afternoon, Neal. How are you doing?
All good, very good, thank you.
You bring him these shows back to Birmingham. You first created Birmingham Stage Company right here in the city, and I believe that was at the Old Rep. Had you been to the Old Rep prior to creating Birmingham Stage? Was it a theatre that you already knew?
I had been doing a series of celebrity interviews to raise money for my company, and one of the people I was going to be interviewing was Derek Jacobi. When he was coming to Birmingham in a show. And so I was looking for a venue to do it. And that is the first and only time that I've been into the Old Rep.
Wow.
To have a look at it and sort of fell in love with it straight away. But actually, we ended up doing the interview in the Alexandra Theatre. But I always remembered the Old Rep. And when I wanted to set up my company, I thought, I remember that theatre in the back streets of Birmingham. I'll take a look at it again.
Yeah.
And for 23 years, that was the home of the Birmingham Stage Company. So it was all thanks to Derek Jacobi, who then became a patron of the company. So it worked out rather beautifully.
That's amazing. When I was a kid, which was a very long time ago, my grandmother was in the St John's ambulance, and she used to take me to see shows at the Old Rep when in like the early 80s. So it was a theatre that I already knew pretty well at that point. When did you first start working with David Walliams on these productions that you're doing for his stories?
So we first started working with David Walliams in 2015 on his most popular book, Gangster Granny.
Yes.
Which turned out to be the most phenomenal success. Toured down the country, went into the West End twice. He got nominated for an Olivier Award, and so it was a fantastic start to our relationship. So we then continued, and we produced 3 more shows, Billionaire Boy, Awful Auntie, and we're now on to our latest production, Demon Dentist, which is the show coming to Birmingham this week.
Do you have a favourite of the previous ones that you've done, or is it like picking between children?
That's right, they're all very different. That's the great thing about David's work.
I think they're really fun to come and see. I'm really looking forward to coming to see this show. I'll say that again, sorry.
The wonderful thing about David's work is that although they've got a fantastic style, the stories are really different. And, Gangster Granny is really fun, but it's about the relationship between young and old. Billionaire Boy is the story of someone who has everything you can imagine they want, except a friend. And Demon Dentist, which is our current show, is a real thriller. It's like a Scooby-Doo adventure about 2 young children in a city who are trying to work out why there's lots of strange things are appearing under their friends' pillows. And it all comes down to the Demon Dentist who's moved into town. So it's a really dramatic, fun Scooby-Doo adventure.
These shows seem to have a really broad appeal. Was that always in your mind when you were writing them, or did they expand in that way, or was it in the story?
I always think the best family theatre is shows that genuinely appeal to the whole family. So we've always made sure that all our shows work for children from as young as 5 right up to grandparents. And David Walliams is the perfect writer from that point of view because his stories are great fun for children, but there's also a lot going on for adults to get something from, because he deals with a lot of important issues. Like in Demon Dentist, there's a lot of really interesting relationships between the son and his father, and there's a social worker and the dentist. It's really interesting. So it works on every level, and that's why I was attracted to his books in the first place.
And do you get to come to Birmingham when these productions arrive in Birmingham themselves, or do you have to trust them with your teams?
Well, I still live just outside of Birmingham, where I was born, near Coleshill, and So I'm always around, and in fact, when it comes to Birmingham this week, I'm going to be there on the opening night, checking that it's in tip-top fashion. It's been touring all year, and it's still in great form. The actors are having a wonderful time, and we just love coming back to the Alex because the Alex is now our home in Birmingham, and you couldn't have a better venue. What
should I look at particularly from this story? Is there things that I should pay attention to more so?
Well, it's our biggest show that we've ever done. So it's no surprise to find we've got a train in the show. We go down the mine in the show. There's fantastic songs written by Jack Poor. So it's got everything. It's a lot of fun. It's dramatic. It's a huge set with some real great special effects. And I think it'll keep the audience on the edge of their seat.
I'm always obsessed with the rotating sets that you've had in previous productions, where there seems to be little nooks and crannies for different things to appear out of. Do you think it's a hard job for the actors to remember where those sections are in the set?
Yes, that's all of our shows by David Williams have been designed by Jackie Trousdale, who just won an Olivier Award for the show Hey Dougie. So she's brilliant at doing that. And yes, this is another one of her very, very clever sets. You know, you can't imagine finding a set that can take you from a school classroom down to the bottom of a mine that has been taken over by the demon dentist, and yet she pulls it off brilliantly. So we have to tech the show for about 2 weeks so the actors can work out how the stage is going to work, and we have a lot of wonderful stage crew who make it all happen behind the scenes. So it's really an exciting adventure that works visually as well as with the jokes and the songs and the plot.
I'm going to split my next question into two sections. Do you have any new projects that you're working on now? And the second part is, are you allowed to tell us about anything?
Well, yes, we're going to be bringing our production of Awful Auntie back, but it's going to be a brand new production, new cast, a new set, and that's coming next year to Birmingham, so that's something to look out for. And we'll also produce all the horrible history shows live on stage.
Yes.
So we've got our latest show of Balmy Britain. It's a brand new show from the West End. That's coming to the Midland Arts Centre soon. Fantastic. So, we've got a lot of great stuff happening.
Oh, that's wonderful. I can't wait to come and see Demon Dentist when that's in Birmingham from the 28th of June until the 1st of July. Neal, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to me about this today.
That's great. Thank you too.
You can visit the website at birminghamstage.com, and then if you want to buy tickets, you can buy them at atgtickets.com. Search for the Alexandra and then Demon Dentist as well.
Thank you for listening to this Brum Radio podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us on your podcast app.